And we're live.
Welcome to AirPlay. This is the end of our 9th season. Do you believe it? We start up with our 10th season next month. Next season. But we're going to take the summer off as usual. So we'll be back in September and we'll see you the last Tuesday of every month. But without further ado, we're going to focus on this next year. You know, some years we do experimental things. This year has been works in progress. We're going to continue with the works in progress with short plays. And we're going to do AirPlay, fair play. So we're going to look at social injustice. And if you have something, send it my way. You can find me on Facebook. So without further ado, give you AirPlay. You want to begin, Vivian?
A lush park, lots of flowers, and sounds of teeming nature blossoming. A woman dressed as a goddess comes forward and opens a scroll. She begins to read from it. In her other hand, she holds a snake. She sits on a large stone.
Who am I? I am Lakshmi, the feminine aspect of God, the supreme creative power of the universe. In Hindi, I am also called Saraswati, Radha, Parvati, Durga, and a million other names throughout time and space. Every culture accounts for me. But I exist beyond time and space because I invented it. I am the divine mother goddess, and I can manifest in a million different ways to embody the universal creative force. Funny how the male deities and sky gods tried to erase us. Now, this is the time of the great feminine divine, the age of Aquarius, the age of the mother, a time in history to tell her story, a time that was predicted will be spiritual or not at all. The male aspect of God desired to know itself. The female created it. That is, the Earth Mother made it manifest. New life born in everything, everywhere. Okay. So what's with the snake, you might ask? Don't worry, it won't bite you. It's not alive. It's not dead either.
She twists the wire snake to make an infinity symbol by allowing it to swallow its own tail, then holds it up for all to see, almost like a sacred offering. Soft Bahan music filters in as they slowly process it in a ritualistic dance.
Okay, so what's this all about? It's called Ananta. It means infinite, endless, eternal, boundless. It may have a beginning, but no end. In contrast to the word anadi, that also refers to infinity, but a condition without a beginning, but no end. Both are aspects of the Supreme. Today, I shall make you more aware of Ananta, its purpose and scope.
A corporate boardroom. Cindy, Phil, Matthias, and Courtney sit at the table. Poised with notes and pens in hand, Cindy stands, pours herself some ice water. Anyone else want ice water?
No, thank you, Raquel. I have a hard 2 o'clock. Can we please proceed? Phil is already late.
1 minute. What's 1 minute?
A baby can be born in 1 minute.
And a person can die in 1 minute.
Okay. Let's get started. You two need to.
You two.
Never mind.
Well, ever since I can remember, these two were always at each other's throats.
Why did I not get a report?
Well,
There was nothing to report. She just never liked me. She actually even said so. She said, and I quote, "I have trouble working with older men."
Cindy, did you say that?
well, not in those words.
Exact words. Back me up, Matthias.
Matthias, you are here as an impartial arbitrator, Matthias. Please speak up.
Thank you. She used to call me old man. And that was 10 years ago when I turned 55.
She did do that.
You did?
That's ridiculous. I was being playful, but you know what that
Yes, I
time was.
heard that many times. I found it insulting, but what could I do?
Report it. This is ageism, discrimination against someone for simply being older than you.
That's ridiculous. I was being playful.
No, you weren't. I asked you to stop.
Do you know what happened to Rena Weeks in 1999 when her boss was being playful with her? Here, let me read this to you. Quote, "They knew his behavior was getting worse and they did virtually nothing about it," end quote. That's said Philip E.K., Mrs. Weeks' lawyer. Quote, "The firm had the power to stop this," end quote. Rena Weeks was entitled to $3.5 million in punitive damages. That was the 1999 addendum to the Civil Rights Act.
Phil could sue us.
Yes, and he would win. Equal rights mean equal rights.
That's ridiculous. I wasn't the only one who refused to work with him. So I have a problem working with older men. Is that a crime?
Yes, it is.
He could sue us.
That's correct, Matthias.
Really?
Yes.
Look, people, especially older men, have treated me crappy. He disrespected me, really. He embarrassed me and disrespected me.
You were told to work with Phil by your superiors. They wrote up an incident 3 years ago with a warning. You kept asking Phil when he was going to retire.
He disrespected me. Really, he did. He embarrassed me and disrespected me. He put out memos using Zoom that made me feel like an idiot. I'm telling you, I just can't work with older men. I'm okay with younger guys.
Now, sounds like this is your problem. And I've decided to give you 6 months suspension without pay. Phil, you have my heartfelt apologies. You are a very talented member of this team. Your work, your time, and your talent need to be recognized. I'm going to put you in charge of the Fulton project.
Hey, that's my project.
Not anymore. Be glad we are not firing you. You will have to go through training as well. Again, Phil, you have my heartfelt apologies.
Yes, mine too. And thank you for not suing us.
Well, maybe I am going to sue. You people have no idea what was going on here. I really did nothing wrong. This makes me so mad.
When you look back in anger, you turn into a pillar of salt. Ever read the Bible? Well, maybe you should. You didn't submit progress reports, and you kept your supervisor in the dark, not letting her know when you were using Bobby to cut Phil out of his entitled position. That was a heartless, and it's illegal to discriminate based on age.
I wasn't discriminating. He disrespected me.
Lights back up on the garden. Lakishma climbs up into a huge boulder.
Very true. When you look back in anger, you turn into a pillar of salt. Maybe there is hope for the children of the 21st century. Again, I say to you, who am I? I am Lakshmi, the feminine aspect of God, the supreme creative power of the universe. Come with me and I shall unlock the wisdom of the ages. Still, only if you want to know. I cannot impart this knowledge to you without your permission. You have free will as your divine right. That as part of creation, you're inheritors of the creative force. We, collectively, are all the various forms of life. We as a human life form have the choice to conform, reform, deform, yet when we perform or engage in any performance, even as an audience, we perfect our form, attaining a higher level of being.
Stan steps closer to the audience and whispers.
Okay, so if you still want to know about infinity, realize that you may attain a higher level of awareness and creative potential. Stay. If not, leave now. You have been warned.
Stands up on her rock like a pedestal, speaking with a definite rhythm, rhyme.
Behold Ananta, derived from the nothing to assail, where the spiritual and positive prevail. 8 is the number beyond life, beyond struggle, beyond strife. To those who have transcended the center 7, now unto the place they oft call as heaven, all stages of awakening complete, nothing more, no demons to defeat. Resurgence of light, a time to resurrect, veil of darkness, lighted no more night. In paradise, joy elates, within the self one finds a mate. With the structure it coils, genes, the strands of DNA rise. We feel it lifting us, protecting and connecting beyond our eyes. It is said that the 21st century will be spiritual or not at all. Like the rivers that flow onto the ocean, love flows through us into the ocean of awareness.
Blackout.